Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a channeler, and I'm coming on for Daily Dose of Hope Day 91. And the Daily Dose of Hope is something that I was guided to do to bring some hope to these wacky times that we're living in. Um, my guides guided me, and they told me that the energy on our planet is starting to pick up, as you can see outside in the media and everywhere. And so it's just going to get a little bit wackier and wackier. And so we're in a bit of a transition period. And so in that period, yeah, I just came on to kind of give some hope and keep you hopeful. So that's what I'm doing. And what a daily dose of hope is, usually I just come on, I talk about some things, and I do some channeling, and then we do a sound bath, which is a guided meditation. And oh, hello, Michael. You say hello, Mr. Moonpillow. Yeah. So in a previous one, I used to have this alter ego, and his name was Jeremiah Moonpillow, and he was like the person that I wanted to be. And he would receive mail, and I even created a music ensemble that was called the Moonpillow Ensemble. It's very like cutting edge, right? It sounds the Moonpillow Ensemble is coming to town. Oh my god! You know. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I did, but the ensemble I did, but yeah, I don't think anyone is afraid of it. So, yeah. So there's a few things I wanted to talk about today. One of them was the sound. I was talking about this low sound that I can hear in around my house, and it's a very low vibrating sound, and it's vibrating on the note of D. If you press like a low D on a piano, or if you go by the well, if you just re, do re re, if you press that on the piano, it's that sound, and it just goes boom, 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 and so I was talking about this before, and it's still going on. And I can drown it out with white noise or brown noise, or with uh, videos of the waves. But I was talking to Sanat Kumar about it. I was like, "What can I do about it? Can I just like use my device to kind of like disintegrate it or make it go away?" And what he said was that no, the whole point of this is that more and more people will start to see it. Sorry, not start to see it, but start to hear it, and it'll bring more light to it. So for the time being, just kind of deal with it. It's just it's there to make people aware of what it is. And so that's all. I was kind of hoping that I could just kind of like, I'm going to, use like that noise canceling concept to, but he said, no, at this moment, it's there for a reason. So, all right. And let's see. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the spiritual path. Yeah. So, like being on the spiritual path, I found it's kind of like a building up and breaking down. It's kind of, you go through, like when you do shadow work, I mean, you just find out all these things about yourself. Like when I was doing the Course of Miracles, like I found out all these things about myself, or, even, when you go through life, you realize certain things about yourself. You think, oh, I thought I was a very relaxed person, but when this happened, I was just a worry wart. I was worrying about everything. And so you learn about yourself, and you learn about your self image, the things that you think you are, but who you truly are. And the spiritual process is like that. And it's a building up and breaking down. Very similar to, there was a writer that I met a long, long time ago, and he had just graduated from university. And I asked him what he's doing, and he said, I'm unlearning everything I learned in school. I'm in the process of unlearning everything. And that's kind of the process. You learn it, and then you have to unlearn it, in that sense that you have to personalize it. You have to make it your own. So just like any spiritual path, it's not just doing those steps that even the Course in Miracles, like, you personalize it. You create the path that works for you. So it's all of these things are just jumping off points until you go into your spiritual path. And there is a lot of that building up and breaking down, and a lot of times of just seeing things that you thought were one thing, but they turn out to be another thing, and understanding that that's just part of the process, and you just have to keep going and understand, that it's kind of like the whole world gets turned upside down, and then you just have to keep going and trying to understand how it works, and understanding that that's just part of the process, that you are breaking through, in the sense you're breaking through the matrix, and it's a very, very well crafted system by very, very clever beings, who know humans in and out, and who know all of our weaknesses, and so you have to understand that. So when you're going through the spiritual progress process, there are things that you might have thought were one way, but they are actually another way, and just to understand that's just part of it, and you're just kind of, it's a path, it's like you are on this mountain path, and you're just struggling through it and trying to understand, trying to find the truth, basically, and trying to understand how things are working. And at times when you find some of the truths, it can be a bit shocking, but then you understand, oh, okay, but there's a lesson there. There's always a lesson with everything that you learn. And so, and then I wanted to talk about that. Related to that in that sense is, one thing that I often find, and it's always surprising and shocking, but it is what it is that, the yin and yang single symbol is very, very useful, for explaining our polarized world that we live in. And with the yin and yang symbol, there is on one side there's light, and the other, or it's white and black. One side's white and one side's black. And then in the black part there is a white dot, and in the white part there's sorry, in the white part there is a black dot, and in the dark part there is I'm getting it all wrong, but you get the point. There's a little bit of light in the dark, and there's a little bit of dark in the light. And I think one thing that we have to be really careful of, this is what happened, one of my channelings this morning, is are careful that we're not focusing on the light in the dark, the false light. And that's something that's really important to think about. And that the only way to know that, no one can tell you that. No one can say, this is light, this is dark. And if someone's telling you that, you kind of use your discernment as well and say, I wonder if so just always use your discernment. But you are the one that can tell. No one else is there to tell it for you. This is about your spiritual progress, your discernment, you know. And so it's important for you to discern. So people might say something, and that's fine, but then always use your discernment and say, well, do I agree with this? Does this ring true with my heart? Which is really important now, because the fun has just started, and this is the time that we're supposed to be using our discernment to really see what's what. Is this really what it says it is, or is it something else? And that's our training as humans, right? So that we can go on to the next step, and so that we can help other beings that are going through what we're doing. But we just have to know all of the ins and outs of this third dimension, and know all of the ins and outs of that, of this yin and yang game. um, and so I thought that was something that was interesting. And then the final thing was that, and that's just what I'm talking about now, is that it's really important for all of you to follow your own discernment. Discernment is so important. Don't listen to me, listen to your heart. In the end, I think that's the most important thing. Always listen to your heart, whenever whatever you're doing. So I am not, so whatever I say is not like the end all of anything. It is just the way that I'm getting messages through my imperfect self, my imperfect body. If I were perfect, there wouldn't be any reason for me to be down here, or any of us to be down here. Um, so through my imperfections, and I'm trying, my best to be, as clear as possible, but it's impossible to be completely and utterly clear, I believe. I think it's possible to strive to be clear, but so, and I think that's really important to always understand whenever you hear channeled material. I just, when I woke up this morning, I thought it was really important to say this to everyone. Um, that you just need to, yeah, you need to follow your heart always. So whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt. use your discernment. Does it ring true for you? And if it does, that's wonderful. And if it doesn't, that's wonderful. That's the key. Discernment is so important for these days that we're living in, these wacky, crazy times. Um, and I think those are all the stuff I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Catherine, you say it's a very important point. I learned the hard way. Oh, yeah. Well, I think we all have to learn the hard way, right? Because otherwise we'll never learn, right? Um, we have to kind of, follow something and then think, oh, wait a second. This isn't what I thought it was. Ah." But that was the point I wanted to bring to is that whenever you are in the spiritual process, life is a spiritual, we're spirits. So, everything that we do is a spiritual process. But what is it then? When you, what's the word? Ah, I lost it. Yeah, for example, Catherine, you said it's a very important point. I learned the hard way. Yeah, so when you learn, you follow something and you think it's the right thing, and then you learn like that it isn't what you thought it was, right? That point, you don't lose anything though. You gain everything that you have learned um, through whatever it was, and then you've also gained insight, so you don't lose anything. And that's the wonderful part. That's the part of the spiritual progress. It's just that you feel kind of like torn down because a structure that you have created is just fallen away. And you think, oh, now what do I do? But you still regain all of that stuff. It's like for me, some of the I always talk about this, but for example, if there were a famous musician that you followed, that you loved, and that you loved their lyrics, and they kind of, how do you say, guided you through your life. Like they were the soundtrack of most of your life. And then you find out something about that person that maybe they aren't who they say they were. And that makes you question everything. You think, well, that was the soundtrack to my life. If that's not the soundtrack to my life, what does my life mean? But the hope is still there. And whatever that person turns out to be, they were creating they are human and they are made of love. So there's that love part, and that was coming out in the creation. So I'm not sure if I'm really saying this in the way that it's easy to understand, but hopefully. But yeah, so discernment. What a crazy thing. Um, yeah, listening to your heart. Yeah. So yep, listen to your heart, everyone. If you want to, you have whatever you'd like to do, but I would recommend listening to your heart. So, and let's go into a channeling, and we'll just see who comes through, and if they have anything to add, or yeah, what's the message for today, May 20 May 29th, 2024. I can't believe this has been 91 days. Wow. I was only thinking it was going to about like a month or something like that, but anyway. But my plan for these daily doses of hope is to keep doing them until we kind of reach a plateau. That's my plan. I don't know if it's going to work that way, but until the energies kind of reach a plateau. Yeah. And Michael, you say, woo, 91. Hee. And Catherine, you say, I didn't trust my own guidance and intuition. I gave my power away to a psychic medium who I thought had the answers. Yeah. So it's always important, um, discernment. Um, you are the ones that are making the decisions in the end. So what you are being given by someone, a psychic or a channeler, is guidance, only guidance, and that's not the be all end all. You have to follow your own. So you listen. It's as if someone was giving you guidance. So a friend's like, "Hey, you should go there," and you're like, "Maybe I won't. Maybe I will." Same thing. That's the way to look at it. It's just guidance, but you always have to go to your heart in the end. It's so important to always, yeah, trust your heart. And yeah, so all right, yeah, let's talk about that. Oh, that's interesting. That's a good give my power away. That's a good phrase. Yeah. So okay, yeah, see what they have to say about giving your power away. What do the guides have to say about that? All right, here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Mary Magdalene, and we're here to bring you a message of love, which is the only true message that is available on your planet or any other planet or in the universe or in the multiverse as well. You are created with love. Everything is created with love. Everything is moved through love, with love. Love is the frequency that creates everything you see. And so, with this love energy, you will be able to start creating more and more things. And what we would say about love is that love can take on many, many different forms on your planet. But the only form that is true is the form that is filled with peace, that is filled with hopefulness, and that is filled with the idea of, as you said, giving your power away is the opposite of love. Love is giving your love. Love is sharing love. When another gives love, you share the love. And so, your power is your love. But when you think about power as something different, when you think about power as your ability, yes, your ability to choose, your ability to maneuver your way through this world, to your ability to maneuver your way through this crazy world that all of you are living in. So, this world that you're living in is filled with many, many different interesting detours that are available for you. There are places you choose. Will you choose this path or this path? And what we would say to all of you, as all of you are sovereign beings, you are very, very powerful. You might say, even ascended masters in that sense, that have come to this planet to be in these final times, to be in this polarized time of your third dimension, to experience this and to help to guide the light into the way that it needs to go, to help with the ascension. And in that respect, you have everything that you need. You already have it within you. There is nothing outside of you. There is nowhere outside that you need to look. It's all inside of you. All of the answers are inside of you. You need just to go deep down and look. And when you seek for answers outside, understand that you also have to use your system of your guidance system with everything that you hear, with everything that you do, because you are the one in command, in control of this body. You are the one in control. You are the one making the decisions. You are the only one that can make the decisions for you and for your life. You are the only one that is making a decision. No one else can make a decision for you. It is impossible for anyone to make a decision for you. And so, in that situation, in that sense, it's very important for you to always use your heart. Always use your heart to tune all of the frequencies that you hear. You see, words are also frequencies. So use your heart. Listen not with your ears, but with your heart to everything that you hear. And your heart will tell you. And this is what you call your gut instinct. Listen always to your gut instinct. This is your guidance. This is what is telling you where you should go, how you should go. So always listen to that. Now, asking for advice is something that all of you do. And that's a wonderful thing, asking for advice. But understand that advice is the same here on this realm as it is on other realms. And you have to take it always with a grain of salt. Take all advice with a grain of salt, because you are the one that knows the answers. So when you ask, if the answer resonates with you, then it must be something that is resonant with you. And then that would be a yes answer. But if it does not resonate with you, let it go, let it go, let it go. No matter how much you might respect or think that this person will tell you what you need to know. If it does not resonate with you, you should never listen, never, never, never listen. It's all about resonance. This universe is about resonance. And you are here to listen to the resonance. You're here tuning your frequency. You're here tuning your frequency to this third dimension. And you came down here also with this forgetfulness as well. But your gut instinct, your heart instinct is still there. And so always listen to that and always resonate with yourself. You do not need to resonate with anything outside of yourself. If it does not harmonize with your heart, then it is not meant for you to harmonize with. And that is when you sense that, it is the important time to just let it go, to let it go, let it go, let it go, and thank your heart, and thank the advice as well for giving you the experience of discernment. That is a wonderful experience on this planet as well. And by you practicing your discernment, you are shining that light out, and you are uploading that up into the grid so that others can download that idea of discernment. And so that all of you can get to that point where in this coming new frequency that you can discern, and you'll understand what everything is and what everything stands for and what is behind everything. And so that you can live in peace and in harmony and in love with everyone, because you understand exactly where everything stands and also where you stand. And what is important in this is also the idea of setting boundaries, of setting loving boundaries around yourself. Boundaries are so important. Boundaries are so important, to always set a boundary, a loving one, but always set a boundary. So this is where I begin, this is where I end. And always understand that even when you are around other people, you say, this is where I end and this is where you begin. And there is a boundary here. And that is meant to be respected. That is also what you are learning here as well. Now, when you are in spirit, you are all one, you are all connected, but you've come down here to experience this separateness. And these boundaries are not a negative thing, because in this separateness, it's very important for you to understand how separate you are. Otherwise, the quality of your experiences becomes muddled. The quality of what you are becomes muddled. Of course, you are all one and you are all connected, but here you have taken the pill of forgetfulness, and you've come down in separation to experience oneness in separation. And so, in that sense, it's very important so that you are not muddled, so that you understand where you begin and where you end, so that you can truly experience this and have the experience of separation, also loving boundaries in that sense. Because many of the people on the planet do not understand these concepts, these spiritual concepts. And so it is very important for you to teach this, and to also to keep these boundaries for those that do not understand that everyone is one, and who might want to step on these boundaries for reasons that might not be completely and utterly positive. And so boundaries are so, so important. It's important to build a boundary around yourself of love and of peace, a boundary that is impenetrable, so that you can carry that frequency with you wherever you go, into all kinds of chaotic situations. You can be the eye of the storm, you can be the love, and you can be the light, no matter what's going on around you. Because in the end, nothing is going on around you, and everything is going on around you. The only thing that is going on around you is love. Everything else is just an illusion. And it is a very believable illusion, and that was created for you, so that you would believe in it, and that you would be able to believe in it, and then you would be able to see behind it. It is the uh, ultimate goal of this third dimension, to be able to see beyond what you see. This discernment is the ultimate goal, to have come down in forgetfulness, and to forget everything that you knew, and then to relearn it, and then to understand it while still in a physical body. That is the ultimate goal. What an amazing ability that is, to have mastered this third dimension while still in a body. That is the ultimate goal that you are all striving towards. And so that once you have mastered this dimension, then you can move to the next dimension. You have mastered all of the lessons of this dimension. Now, by mastering, we don't mean that you control it. No, no, no. It is just a mastery of yourself, a mastery of understanding, a mastery of experiences, so that you have had all of the experience, and you can see what everything is. You can see the true nature of all things that there are in this dimension. And then once you do, then there's no need for it for you anymore, because you have mastered the lessons. You have learned the scales. You have learned how to play the chords, and now it is time to move into playing longer and more beautiful pieces. We are that one that you know of as Mary Magdalene. Mm. All right. Whew, that was interesting in the beginning of that. I felt like I was gonna pass out. I was gonna like, this real lightheaded feeling. I've never felt that way before. Oof, yeah, it's pretty powerful. So yeah. Yeah, so, yes. Glad I didn't pass out. Um, Lisa, Lisa, good morning. Hey, you made it in. Woohoo. High vibes forever. Vibes forever. Good insight. Thanks, Patty. And clear message. Yeah, yeah, it was interesting. I wonder if there's something with lightheaded and clear messages. Whew. All right. Wow, still feeling a little lightheaded. So, what I'd like to do is, yeah, what I'd like to do is drink some water. Oh, all right. Phew. Lisa, you're saying I'm really feeling the energy from that channeling. Wow. Oh, great. I hope you're not feeling lightheaded. Hmm. All right. So then, the last thing I want to do is go into the pocket of peace, and I brought in two bowls today. Actually, this would be perfect for today. I've brought in a Lisa say, no, but I'm sweating a bit. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Drink lots of water. um, yeah. Yeah. Um, so yeah. So I got the B bowl here and the A bowl here. So B and A. So they're very close together, A and B, and so they will create a kind of a dissonant frequency, but not dissonant in this. It's my favorite frequency. I think this frequency for me is the frequency of the spiritual path for me. It's some people might find it a bit abrasive, but for me, this is like the most relaxing frequency. So I don't know if that says something about me. But what this does is it shakes up anything that you're holding on to, stuff that yeah, any emotions or any kind of anything in your body, it kind of shakes it up. And I thought this would be good because I feel like today's pocket of peace is about shaking things up. I think it's an important time to shake things up a bit, as you know, just like anything, like water. If it's like a swamp or something like that, it there's no flowing water in it, so the water tends to decay and rot. And so it's important for us. We need to be shaken up a bit. You know, we need like the water needs to come through. The rivers needs to flow through, and so let's do this pocket of peace about shaking stuff up. Lisa, drinking water now. Good, good. Um, and you know what? I think I'm not sure if this will pick up very well, but let's try it out. I'm gonna put this on my. Let's see. All right. So pocket of peace for shaking things up. Let's shake this up here. So I'd like you guys first. I'll just get you acclimated to the sound. So this is the A or the B. All right. So that's the that's the two frequencies. And I'm gonna put them on my lap, and hopefully they hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move the mic a little bit. Okay, put them here. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna play both of them here, and I'd like you first to take a deep breath. Please take a deep, deep breath. All right. And now I'd like you to imagine that you're surrounded by a mist, a very, very nice mist, mist of unconditional love. Just imagine that mist surrounding your body. And it's the mist of unconditional love, but it's also there shaking up all of the things that need to be shaken up, uh, exciting all of the cells and everything that you're holding on to, the things that you need to let go of. Just feel that energy just going through and just helping you to just let go of all those things. All those things, maybe they're emotions, maybe they're ideas, maybe they're just things from the past, things from your childhood that you're holding on to. This is the time to let them all go. And you can just let them all go up to source. This is just unconditional love. You're loved. And there's no need to carry any of these things anymore. Just to let them go. And also, if you have any feelings in your body anywhere that you feel pain, let this energy shake that pain up and shake that the frequency there so that it tunes it back to the original frequency, the frequency of health, of perfect health. All right. Now just feel that energy. Feel that just vibrant energy surrounding you. And then just bring that out into the rest of your room. Whew. Oh, feel that energy. Yeah. It's really powerful, and it's just spreading throughout your whole room. It's touching everything in your room, in the space that you are. Everything that's in your room is something that you have created. Your energy is there sustaining it. And so it's just shaking everything up, and everything is just letting go of that energy, of any excess energy. And then just spread that out into your town, in your room, through your town, through your city, through your whole country, and then through the whole world. So the whole world is just covered with this pocket of peace, this mist of unconditional love. And what it's saying is that it's okay. It's okay. You can let go. You can let go of all of the stuff you're holding on to. There's no reason to hold on to it anymore. You are perfect. You are loved. You are one. Just feel that energy just wrapping around you and saying you're okay, you're fine the way you are absolutely perfect. And imagine people just all over the world saying that and just realizing like, hey, yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be okay. I'm loved, unconditionally loved. I've never I haven't been abandoned by the universe. The universe has my back. And I can just let go of all that stuff I was holding on to and just looked forward to this bright and amazing future that's coming. And just understand that this energy, you can hold on to this. You put it in your pocket, and then you can use it tomorrow. You can use it wherever you want it. Whenever you need a little pickup, just take it out of your pocket, pull it out, and you've got it. And it just spread throughout the whole world. It's your pocket of peace. And this pocket of peace, let's have this extend until the next time we do a pocket of peace. So it's just everyone around the world is just in this state of, wow, it's just wonderful. Wow, everything's going so well. So yeah, all right. So hey, Judy. Judy says hi from New York. So New York, you're up early. What time is it? 7 o'clock in the morning over there. Whoo-hoo. Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock at night here in Japan. On a beautiful day. Uh, Today was a really beautiful day. It was a typhoon Ika, they call it. So the typhoon, there's kind of a typhoon. It wasn't a typhoon, but like a typhoon yesterday. And the day after a typhoon, usually have the most beautiful skies. There's no those I don't know if I can say them here. The fake clouds. There's no fake clouds. It's just bright blue. It's just wonderful. But yeah. And Michael, you say you were playing the guitar along with that. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. Yeah. So, guys, thank you very much for joining in. We had a big crowd today. Woohoo! The Catherine, Lisa, and Patty, and Judy, Michael. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I hope you guys are hopeful, and I hope you heard the bulls. I'm not sure about this. Sometimes with Zoom, it doesn't come out very well, but this is not Zoom, so hopefully it works. um, yep. So thank you guys. Hope you're hopeful, and if all goes well, see you guys tomorrow. And yep. So ciao. The Queen Wave. See you guys.